count the stars. If we look up to the sky, like on an unfolded sheet of paper, we see a two-dimensional picture. We can count many scattered stars shining in various brightness. So let's fill in this statistical form and hand it in. If we happen to look into a telescope, though, we can realize that there are myriads more stars in the sky. However, by increasing the sharpness of this telescope, further discoveries are likely to happen. However, one can count the stars not only in the sky. Our particular story is about a terrestrial star counting, more precisely about how to count the Hungarian higher education system. This may seem easier than counting the stars. Let's consider the number of universities and colleges, then add on the number of academic staff and students, and well done, submit the form. But if we use our telescope again, we realize that there are numerous other things to be added, such as faculties, courses, dormitories, semesters, ECTS points, and so on. Like the metaphor about the stars, there are many supplementary galaxies to be considered. But how to do that? Allow me to introduce you to the main character of our story, the Hungarian Higher Education Information System, in its native language, the FIR. The story begins in 2012. The FIR penetrates into the galaxy of the Hungarian higher education system with a mission to capture and organize it in a three-dimensional way, replacing the previous paper-based two-dimensional picture. In 2014, mission accomplished. The FIR tackled the Hungarian higher education system in 300 million pieces of elementary data. In addition to capturing a large amount of data, the system had to encounter a more complex challenge, the management of administrational change. Over the past decades, the Hungarian higher education system was confronted by three major reforms in an ascending way. These resulted in the multiplication of the same elementary data regarding the number, form, or the structure of programs, faculties, and student body. To the challenge of this quantum-like change in administration, our hero's response was historical data. A data is historical when it is not only showing the present state, but it also contains the validity of the previous states of the same data in a closed structure. FIR is not only an advanced IT system, but is also a kind of a catalyst to the quality assurance of administration. As the data in FIR is aggregated from the institutional information systems, the improvement of data quality at the institutional level was the key to cleansing the FIR database. The way was quite long to get a clean database. After the launching of FIR in 2012, 2.5 million errors occurred. Through institutional cooperation, FIR tightened this amount of errors to 38,000 in only 1 year. In other words, the cleansing of FIR database was the success of the entire sector. FIR reached its mission. The higher education database is no longer a fragmented, opaque paper pile, but a living, transparent, relevant reality. Let's have a closer look at how reality is replicated by FIR. Let us present you to Anne Diligen, a lively girl with a strong motivation to learn. Annie is deeply committed to nature conservation, but also admires the achievements of the financial world. She begins her higher education studies in a finance and accounting BA as a holder of a state-supported scholarship. A year later, she also enrolls in a nature conservation engineering BSc degree program, paying tuition fee. After this enrollment, Anne Diligen moves to the most favorite dormitory room with her new student card in her pocket. She is doing well with her studies, but at some point, the question of the obligatory language examination becomes alarming to her. Therefore, she suspends her studies in Hungary and takes an Erasmus grant to study in Germany. During her study period abroad, a young German citizen, Günther Fleißig, develops tender emotions for the Hungarian intellectual beauty. The young couple gets married in a very romantic environment and at the end of the scholarship year returns to Hungary. The arrival remains memorable for Annie because of an accident which happens to her at the railway station. Therefore, the first trip of the little family leads to a medical center, where she is subjected to a series of thorough but painful treatments, under her valid social security card. After Günther meets his new family, Anne, with the old serenity but with a new name, Anne Fleißig, pursues her higher education career. After the successful German language exam, she makes a serious decision. She quits the 2 previous bachelor programs and enrolls in a degree program in agro-business and rural development engineering. In this degree program, however, she can validate her previous studies and have her ECTS credits acknowledged. As a result, she obtains her diploma without difficulty and has all her time to contemplate with Günther on her future career. It is time to say goodbye to Anne Diligent, the young fresh graduate, by viewing her FIR datasheet. All changes in Annie's personal and educational data are trackable in a synchrone and diachrone way, since all the main milestones of her journey are recorded by her faithful attendant, the FIR. Well, it is still the secret of the future, how far we can get in counting the stars, but now it is proved that FIR is the valid and relevant tool of seizing the Hungarian higher education system.